All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing out there? Listen, at the end of the day, my job is to get the story to the people, the truthful story to the people, no matter if it's in favor of an artist or not. And sometimes it's going to be the not. Now, we talked about a story on my platform a few days ago revolving around a chick. She claims that she was enjoying her meal at a New York diner. I believe this was after a concert, so it was late at night. I think actually around 3-4 in the morning, right? And she claims she was just recording her meal on Instagram Live. Now, CASANOVA was inside of this diner, him and his crew. They had just got done doing a show. Now, the chick claims that CASANOVA thought she was recording him and his crew inside of the diner. So at that point, the chick claimed that one of CASANOVA's men came over to her, grabbed her, put her in a headlock while CASANOVA took the phone from the chick. Now, the chick says she was just recording her meal on Instagram Live and not CASANOVA and his crew. Who knows what's true or what's not true? But here's some information more to this story that is true. The chick was bloody. The chick has not been able to eat hard foods for the last week or so. I'm not gonna post that image of her bleeding. It was pretty bad. Again, she says she's pretty much on a liquid diet until she's able to gain feeling and everything back in her mouth. She's going through it right now, being beat up by she claims somebody in CASANOVA's crew while CASANOVA took her phone. Now, once this story came out, CASANOVA on his Instagram story and through his lawyer denied that this was even true. Right now, the way I'm reading CASANOVA, or how I read him this week, he made it seem like there was no possible way that any of this story was even remotely true. Well, not so fast. Salute to CASANOVA and his team. I'm just telling y'all the facts. A video has surfaced from the diner. I don't know why people act like surveillance videos are not real. Like restaurants and diners and company don't have videos rolling at all times. Now, there is video evidence that shows somebody that looks like he's a part of CASANOVA's crew come over and put this chick in a headlock. The reason why I said it looks like it's part of CASANOVA's crew, CASANOVA is also present in the video. Now, you never see CASANOVA take this phone from this girl because remember, CASANOVA had to turn himself in last week on robbery charges for taking this chick's phone. You never see CASANOVA take the phone out of this chick's hand, but you do see CASANOVA in the vicinity while there's a man who has this chick in a headlock who looks to be a part of his team. So with that alone, to me, it calls bullshit on CASANOVA's story. That alone, because he made it seem like this wasn't even a real thing. He was going on Instagram saying, why would I even put my hands on a chick? Why would I? Well, from what I'm seeing on video, I'm looking at the video evidence, people. It doesn't even look like CASANOVA's story is remotely real. At the bare minimum, he's in the vicinity of a chick who claims she was harmed, and he's next to the guy putting this chick in a headlock. It's not looking good for CASANOVA. Obviously, he's like on strike 8, so anything that happens against him, I mean, it ain't gonna be good going forward. We don't want to see anybody locked up, but what I don't want to see even more are men putting women in headlocks while other men steal phones from them because they didn't want to be on camera. I don't know what the hell CASANOVA could have been doing in which he didn't want it to be recorded. If that is true, again, we do not see CASANOVA take that phone from that chick. I need to make that clear to protect CASANOVA. But in regards to what I did see, it did not corroborate with CASANOVA's story. I did see somebody who looked to be a part of his team put this chick in a headlock, and CASANOVA is right next to the situation. He's right there while it's happening. And one could assume that if this chick has pretty much told us all these things, her story has not faded not one time, and pretty much she said, I'm not looking for money. And everybody says that off the top, but she says, I'm not looking for money, I'm just looking for justice. It's ridiculous that I'm looking like the victim now. People saying I'm out to get CASANOVA. If this chick is saying these things, Look, I gotta call it how I see it. And if this story has been consistent and never flinched, and it looks like for what we've seen so far, the truth, we gotta look at this story a little differently and not look at this chick as somebody who's just trying to take money from Casanova. Maybe he did do these things to this chick. Now, I know New York media, the people that really matter, they're not gonna report this story, right? Everybody loves Casanova. It's not my job. My job is to give the honest, unbiased truth. And from what I seen, it does not corroborate with Casanova's story. Thank y'all for the time, love, and support. I don't take it for granted. I keep you guys up to date on this one. This is gonna be interesting, man, because we're talking about Casanova's freedom right now. If he's convicted on a robbery charge, I mean, he's not going to be able to keep his freedom, and nobody wants that. But we also don't want men putting their hands on women. Y'all talk to me about this story in the comment box below. I'm out. What up, Pharaohs? I decided to step my game up again. I've created a music reaction Instagram page. That way, you guys can be up to date on some of the latest new music in the atmosphere. And you guys can also send me some of your music as well. And you will get Mr. Taliaferro's first reaction to your record, for good or for bad, or an artist that we talk about on my platform's music, for good or for bad. Again, follow me on Instagram, Mr. Taliaferro TV. Again, that's Mr. Taliaferro TV. And you get more of yours truly.